Welcome back to you
and me,
Board Gaming. And this is the full playthrough of Harvest Dice on our ThanksViewing special. So let's get to playing Harvest Dice.
Before watching this, go check out the first look, review, and unboxing of Harvest Dice.
Yes. The instruction pamphlets, we have die, and we have our pencils. Each person gets one of these pamphlets. So basically growing a garden in this game. Okay. Got a question for you.
Question for Deuces?
Yeah. Have you eaten vegetables lately?
I'm gonna say no.
Alright, because the way this game starts out is the person who ate the most vegetables lately goes first. But I had to ask. That's why I was asking. Alright.
I like when games have that.
Little twist to their starting thing, yeah. Alright. So, in a two-player game, which it is a two-player game.
Oh, really?
Yes, it's me and you. In a two-player game, you take out, you only get 2 vegetables per, 2 colored dice per vegetable instead of 3. Those go back into the Ziploc baggie, and they'll go back into the box.
Well, where are you going?
Bye-bye to the dice, because that's for the roll.
Oh,
you don't use them.
Back? Oh.
Yeah, you don't use them. You just use 2 of each. Alright, how this game was played is, this is your starter marker. So whoever starts the game gets the marker, and then it goes around. Each person gets to start the round off. So, anyway, so how this works is person who has their turn, they take all the dice, and they roll. Okay. Now, just so you know, the green is lettuce, the red is tomato, and the orange is carrots. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to fill your crop up, okay? Or you can feed your pig. Whatever you want to do. But you can only feed your pig with ones you cannot use. So, basically, if I'm understanding this right.
So it doesn't get wasted there. Horror Splash, how's it going?
Horror Splash.
How's it going? Welcome back.
You can do 3 in a row. You got to do 3 in a row of your dice to go score points on here, up here if you want. Can't be diagonal. It's just got to be in a row. Okay. You plant the vegetable, and it's simple. If it's a tomato, you draw a tomato.
Oh, okay.
If it's a carrot, you draw a carrot. If it's lettuce, you draw a lettuce leaf. Whatever that square looking, you just match that up here. So you do your little square with 2 lines in, and that's your lettuce leaf, more or less. So it's a little fun drawing aspect of it. Every time you use a die to feed your pig, you mark off how many dots are on that die that you use.
Oh, dang.
You can't use. So if it's 5, you mark off 5. All right. So yeah, I know it's weird.
But shouldn't the dice count as like one?
But it's
vegetable?
got to be. It's got. You would think,
because then I want to mark 5 carrots on here. Then that's not fair. I get to mark 1 on here and it counts as 1. But when I feed it to pig, it's
I know it goes by the die on the number on the die.
Yeah.
You fill up 1 row for the pig. You get to unlock a power, a piggy power.
Piggy
it's called.
power.
So when you unlock it, you circle the little star next to.
Is that a little baby pig?
It's a little baby pig. Under the baby pig, you unlock that. So you would circle it, and then when you want to use it, you have 1 or 2 power-ups you can use. Now, on the piggy powers, they're literally called piggy powers. Piggy powers!
I just imagine a little baby pig in a cape.
So the Piggy Power lets you do one of the two following things. Number one, change the value of the die you took, raising it or lowering it by 1. Sorry, go ahead.
I just got my account back after a long time. I didn't remember my password. Yeah, that happens time to time. But we're glad you're back.
It's good to see you back. So you could raise. So say this is a 5. You can either raise it by 1 or lower it. So you can do 6 or a 4, or you can change the color of the die.
Okay.
All right.
That's what Piggy Powers do.
Piggy Powers do. If you have more than one row unlocked, you can do both. Okay. You can both raise or lower and then change the color of the die to fit what you need so you can figure it out. Now, here's where the game gets interesting. The game ends by one of 3 things that happen in the game. I know you hate this type of ending.
I hate the ending to the game.
All right? So, 1 is by filling in the last space in the garden up here. 2 is by checking off the pig, by feeding the pig the most. Or, the quickest way is filling in all 6 of these in your sales box.
Okay.
Scoring, you score by the amount of items that are in your garden, by the amount in here, and if you have any ribbons, you add the ribbons up, and you put it there, and then you have your vegetables by each vegetable, the ribbon, and then the Piggy Power, or the Piggy Feed, and then you equal that up, and that's how you get your points.
Some games can do it right, where they say it's 3 different ways to play, so you can like choose, or I'll play this way, and it ends that way. But I don't like the games that combine all 3 ways to play into one, to where it ends 3 different ways.
Right.
Oh. Should be like, pick one, there we go.
So, if you get 3 in a row, see here it says here 3 in a row, so you get 3 carrots, you times that by 2, which actually is 6 points. Yeah, so you just have to, you can't have it on a diagonal, it can only be in a row.
So like those 3 over there too?
Yeah, that would work as well. And then, of course, you would have your 6 from that. So, and the score is indicated by how many points. The score for the Piggy Feed is its numbers here under the ribbon. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows. But you get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and then 15. I don't know why it's not 14, but it's 15. So if you get 2 rows, you get 4 points. So the more rows you get, the more points you get to add to your final score. All right, so you're trying to get as much as you can here before this happens and this happens, because the more points you get, you can do 3 in a row here, you get 6 points instead of just 3 points.
The first Piggy Power can happen when you get 2 complete rows.
First Piggy Power is when you unlock the first row. Each row unlocks a Piggy Power. So each row has a star. So a star is your Piggy Power. So when you unlock it, you circle it, and you use it, you put a line through it. So you roll the dice and say, all right, so start play, continuing clockwise. Players take turns taking 1 die from the center of the table and deciding to plant it in their garden or feed it to their pig. When there's only 1 die remaining in the garden, the round is over. All die gets placed back into the middle, and the next person takes the dice and roll. Make sense? All right. So You can pick up a die and you can be like, oh, I want to take a tomato. And you can either decide to take that 5 and put a tomato in there. Because it's 1 through 6 here, so you can write it on that. Draw a tomato in your garden, or you can take and feed it to the pig. Let's see, feeding the pig. You can only feed a vegetable die to your pig if you are not allowed to plant it. So if you got like a 5 here, and you can do it 2 more times, then you can use it. But if it's filled 3 in a row, you can't use that 5. You can use that 5 towards your piggy feed spot. That's how that would work. If you can't use it, you got another spot to use it for. Okay. So to show you right here, if it's 5, you just X out 5 of the circles here, and you almost got it filled in 1. We're using 1 die because you can't use the 5 anymore. I don't know why you can't use the 5 when you have 2 more spots. Maybe you can't use the same vegetable there is what it is. Okay, that might make sense.
Then you couldn't get 3 in a row.
I don't know. When planting a vegetable that matches a vegetable already in your garden, you must plant the new vegetable next to a vegetable of the same type and not diagonal. Okay. So you use a 3, and you can use lettuce. So a green lettuce tomato, so you can draw it under the 3 column. And then you can do the 4 under the 4 column and have 2 lettuces side by side. And then, but you go back and forth. So you could be thinking, oh, I can do two each thing, but then you can go, oh, I'm going to take a 5 for tomato, draw a tomato, put it in your farm.
The amount of dice.
Doesn't matter.
No, I'm talking about, like, why is there more in the box?
Because it's for more than 2 players. It's 2 to 4 players, so the more players you have, the more dice you have in the game. Yes, it's right here. 2-player game plus only 2 of each vegetable dice in the center of the table. Yeah. So, the overview, it says, in a harvest dice, you will take turns rolling and choosing dice in order to plant vegetables in your garden or feed them to your pig. Keep an eye on which vegetables are worth the most points so you can make sure you have a valuable harvest at the end of the game. I guess so you can get more points at the end of the game. Trying to decide. I guess the more value, the higher values, better chances of getting better points at the end of the game. 1 being down here, 16 up here. Every player crosses off 1 circle in their market, matching the color die remaining in the center of the table. So whatever color is left on the table, you will then circle or cross out 1 of these on your market table. So if you fill up 1 of these, game's over. You have 3 market things to fill up.
So there's going to be 5.
So
5 rounds, basically.
5 rounds somehow. Yeah. It can actually be more because it's going to end with 5 in one of them. Because they already filled up one for you.
That's why it should be just like pick and end since there's so many of them. Like the pig ending, this ending, or that ending.
Yeah. So it's one of 3 that happens, ends the game. So anyway, that's basically how the game was played. You have any questions?
Let's just go on and see.
All right. So, you gonna go first?
Piggy.
Take your piggy tokens, and you're gonna start. Here's your die.
Yeah, there should definitely been a cut for this. Our little basket, little harvest basket.
Something.
Like how he has next to him would have added more to the story if there was a little basket.
Yeah.
Man. Something put in. Alright, what do I do now?
Alright. So.
Yahtzee.
Not quite.
Oh.
Yahtzee's 5 die. You have 4 there. 4 threes. Pretty close. Was it 5 or 6 die? Yahtzee.
6.
That's 6, that's right. So. Player holding start marker rolls all the dice at the center of the table. Next, beginning with the player start, we continue clockwise. Next, beginning with the start player and continuing clockwise, players take turns taking 1 die from the center of the table and deciding to plant it in their garden or feed it to the pig.
Tomato.
Alright, so you've got 4 tomato, so you would just take and draw a tomato in your garden under the number 4.
We're supposed to draw this thing.
Just under the 4 somewhere. Close enough. Tomato, that's all it says. And then I'm gonna go with.
Oh, you're taking my crops?
Yeah, it goes to me now.
I know.
I'm gonna go with lettuce. 3.
So to catch up here, Horror Splash, we're playing Harvest Dice for ThanksViewing special for Thanksgiving.
Alright, go ahead and pick your next die.
Oh, okay. So why is lettuce a square?
I don't know.
Okay.
I have no idea. I just drew what the picture matched there. I don't know.
Carrot.
Carrot. Now draw a carrot 3. Under the 3rd column, you gotta draw a carrot.
That's pretty fun. So we're going every time we roll the dice because I want to keep passing this pig just to grab 1 dice.
I'm gonna go with tomato.
That's a pumpkin.
That's a pumpkin. I just matched the pictures, all I did. So you've got lettuce or carrot remaining.
Carrot.
Right. Alright, so the round is finished. So we mark off
1 lonely cabbage that didn't get taken.
A lettuce, and we mark it off in our markers. And then the next, all the dice go to the center, and
that's big.
There you go. Alright, so I have a tomato. I'm gonna go with tomato.
Okay.
It's your turn now. So I took 4 tomato, and now you get to choose which one you want.
I'll take one. Dang. Tomato.
Put it in your 2 column.
Yeah, they're not. Entertainment system are really tricky.
Alright. You got a tomato.
No.
I'm going to go with... I don't have a carrot yet. I'm going to go with carrot. Okay. And your 3 column.
Lettuce, cabbage thing.
I'm going to go with the cabbage lettuce thing. So we have an orange now. We mark off an orange. We haven't fed the piggy yet. Alright, it's your turn to go ahead and roll the die now.
Can we not feed the... Can we feed the pig anytime? Or?
It's one that you can't use. So if you end up having a die, you have to pick a die that you can't use.
I'm gonna take that carrot.
You take the 1 carrot. Oh, you're gonna get the 6 points. Okay. There you go.
Pig. Yeah, really for a 2-player game, there's really no point doing it, but yeah. If you have more players, the pig thing would be reasonable to pass the pig thing around.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with
Cabbage.
I'm gonna go with Should I? I can't. If I do that, if I do a 3, I can actually take and feed my pig. Because I can't do 3 in the 3 column anymore.
If you want to feed the pig, though.
If I want to feed the pig, then I'll do 3 in there.
Violet Olivia, how's it going?
Wow, some people I haven't seen in a while.
Welcome back in. It's been a bit.
We've got Violet and we have Horror Splash right now. Cool.
How's it going?
Oh, I can do a...
We're playing Harvest Dice, part of our ThanksViewing for Thanksgiving.
I'm stuck with this. I could do a tomato. That's what I'll do. I'll do a tomato, and I'm going to get my 6 points. Yes.
Doing okay, about to sleep. How are you? Doing good, hanging out.
So you can either pick from lettuce or a tomato. You get more filled in your crop. You start to get a bit of a strategy on where to put things at. Because your third, you have. Oh man, you get some more strategy. You have to figure out which one you want to go with.
When it gets more filled up.
Yeah.
I'll take the tomato. You know,
we have a green. We filled the green up down here. We both can't use that, and then
the viewer spelled wrong on the viewer board. Yeah, we had that like last year. It's been about a year since someone's pointed that out, and it was like, well, that's permanent, so can't change that. But yeah.
Yeah, that was my fault. I wrote viewer and didn't realize I put the I and the E backwards.
Yeah.
If I fixed it, I'd have to take a white cardboard cut out and it'd be tacky. So.
Well, not tacky, just like what's going on over there would be so.
It would cover it up and it'd be the right spelling. Is what I'm saying.
So just leave the 2 letters like that.
Just covering up the 2 letters.
The hour board.
All right. Third round? Yes, third. No, this is the 4th round now. 4th round. And let's see. I can do. I'm gonna go with carrots. No, I can't do carrot number 4. Dang it! If it was 5, I could. Let's see.
Fair
carrot
enough.
1.
Tomato on 3.
Okay.
But yeah, if we get Horror Splash and Olivia, we can continue to tune in. Get to be added to the viewer board. Super fun stuff. Under Miss Sleuthful.
Well, I mean, I had a newcomer on the board in a while now. And the next person that would be added to is probably
Horror
Splash, because he's tuned in before, but not in a consecutive manner. It's popped in here and there, or lurked, or what have you. So.
Horsesplash came around when Fatal was around, so like the first month of streaming on Twitch. So but it wasn't consecutively to be added. Technically an OG, but it was like for one stream.
You can't do 3 of that. I can't do 4 of that. I can't do 4 of that. I'm stuck doing 6 lettuce.
Alright, what are we looking at here?
So now you have a carrot, tomato, and a lettuce, and carrot and tomato is 4, and lettuce is 3. Or cabbage, whatever it's called.
I don't want to keep combining 3 because I feel like it's just. Cause do you get 6 for every 3 you get connected? Or is it just for one of them?
Using the boxes on the bottom. Okay, let's see. Each vegetable will score by multiplying the number of vegetables you have in your garden by the number of circles crossed off in that market. Okay.
Can I even choose another tomato?
Huh?
Can I choose another tomato?
Well, do you still have...
No, like I got one. I gotta do this one. You can pick the same vegetable again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So am I gonna get another 6 for doing a tomato?
Okay, so that only works, from what I'm understanding here, the scoring thing is at the end of the game. And if you have 2 marked off in your carrots, and you have 3 carrots in a row.
No, you have to have 2 of the other ones. What?
Huh?
You have to have 2 marked off?
Yeah, you have to have 2 marked off. So here we have...
1 because one's already there for you.
Yeah, here we have, in green, we have 3. So...
I just have to mark off another tomato over there to get this. Okay.
So let's see, you do 3 carrots times 2 is 6 points. If you do, you have to...
So right now I'm sitting on 12 points with the 3 carrots and the 3 tomatoes lined up. If another tomato is marked off here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the more you mark off, the more points you have. But the lettuce is way ahead right now, because it's been the last one standing the last couple of times. So, okay. And you pick the tomato again. With a 4 carrot. Or a 3. Or either way, I'm stuck feeding the pig. So, I guess I'll feed the pig.
Finally, the pig gets food. Which means another one for lettuce.
Yeah. game ends is one of our markers are full, or the pig gets filled up, or one of these rows gets filled up. Or
feel like when we come back to this game, we should pick one of the endings.
Yeah, we should do like a variation of.
Because I feel like you'll never get to fill up the pig.
But what's kind of neat though, even though the game ends, like one person does this,